Hello wonderful people of the world, I hope you're all doing fantastically well today. Today I'm at Chilli Pilates. I am going to be doing some filming and photography for them, as well as getting some testimonial bits. So I thought I'd show you sort of what I'm doing for the lighting for most of the video stuff. So using two small rig lights. This one is the 220B with a little lantern softbox on. And then we've got this one over here, which is the 120B. Which also has the same sort of softbox on. They're at the same height, so that it looks even across the way. This is all the kit I've brought with me. I'm going to be cleaning that whole area up once it's all set up and ready to go. But this is basically what it looks like. Makes it a little bit nicer to sort of work with, and a little bit softer light as well. Okay, so in terms of kit, I've bought the C70, couple of lenses, and a Ninja 5 just to monitor and record it. In this bag here, that's the little box with the Osmo. But in this bag here, we've got the R5, a 35mm lens, and a tripod as well, just in case we need that. Then we've got the SAC camera saddle for the moving shots and stuff like that. For the interviews, I'm debating using this 5-in-1 reflector to block out some of the light or to soften it up a bit. And then this big one over here is a massive 76-inch umbrella that will produce basically a giant key light, which is going to look really, really nice. These are just the boxes for the two lights over there. So that is pretty much it, to be honest. It's a relatively simple setup, but it's one that works very well for me and for what I do. I'm not going to be using the R5 as a second angle for the interview. I'll just put one angle on that, because I think that'll look a lot nicer in this particular space. And then other than that, it's just going to be a case of get the shots we need, grab everything, and go from there, sort of thing. So yeah, here's some behind the scenes stuff. So for the longest time I've been showing you what I've been using on set, but I've never really shown you how I build it out. So this is my Canon C70. I typically use the Sigma 24-70 f2. It's my favourite lens, it gets a lot of stuff done, it's pretty decent. My next step when building the camera out is to change out to the BPA 60. This allows me to record for a longer time, get more footage, and not have to worry about the camera dying on me. Top handle I use is from SmallRig, and I also use a monitor mount from SmallRig as well. They're relatively affordable, and also, you know, they're really good quality and don't tend to let me down, which is exactly what I'm looking for when I'm out on set. Next thing I'll do is attach the monitor. This monitor is the Ninja 5 from Atomos. They recently released the Ninja 5 TX, which I'm really looking forward to testing out at some point. Next up, I'll be tightening down everything. So I use a little Allen key, and I basically put that through the tightening wheel and tighten it just a little bit more, because that will allow me to get it tighter than I can with my hands. This basically means that it's not going to fall apart, the monitor won't flop, and yeah, it just makes it a lot better to work with. I did, however, make one crucial mistake here, which was I tightened it to the battery replacement thing and not the actual battery I was using. So as you can see, it just flopped straight down. And I didn't realise this at the time. And as you can see, I'm putting away all my different things and putting on the microphone mount for the shotgun mic. That's also from SmallRig as well. But it wasn't until it kept falling that I realised, oh, I haven't tightened it to carry the weight of the battery. So that's what I'm doing next, getting a little Allen key, making sure it's tight, making sure the monitor mount won't flop on me while I'm filming. With these monitor mounts as well, there's two bolts that you have to tighten up just to make sure. One of them I typically leave a little bit tighter than the other, just so I can still have a bit of movement in it. But yeah, it's just a case of getting it retightened up. And then I also tighten up the top mount to the camera as well. That little tool there is a SmallRig multi-tool. It's really useful to have just for anything really. I carry it on pretty much every shoot I go to. This is my cable bag. As you can see, there's a million cables in there, a ton of cable ties, loads of different uses for all of those cables. For this particular shoot, I only needed a HDMI cable and an XLR to micro XLR. Unfortunately, the Canon C70 doesn't have a full-sized XLR, but that's not really an issue for me because you can just get a adapter cable. One thing that does frustrate me about the cage that I use, so I use a tilted cage, is that it can sometimes block the ports on the side of the camera, meaning that it makes it a little bit more difficult to get the HDMI port accessible and a whole load of other stuff. Just wrap that around the camera and check that it's all sturdy. Now, the shotgun mic I use for the C70 setup is the Rode NTG4. I use this mic because it's one, affordable, and two, it's really solid. I have charged this mic maybe once in the last 2 years, which frankly baffles me how it's able to last for that long without needing to be charged. But yeah, it's a really good mic. It's very directional, but it does exactly what I need it to. The cable, for those of you who are interested, is from Condor Blue. All of my adapter cables and most of my power cables are from Condor Blue, just because of the quality and basically the reliability as well. And this is something I always love doing, which is making sure the XLR goes in the right way first time. It's always a good feeling, even though it's really lame to everyone else that doesn't really care for it. Last little step when setting up the shotgun mic, just make sure the cable tie is tied to the actual mic itself so it gets it out of the way a little bit. Put that away. That's the other shotgun mic I keep with me if I need to do a dual setup. Then just put the little dead cat on it, or the little microphone buffer, basically. That will eliminate most of the echo from the room and will provide a bit of protection for the mic as well. That's the SSD for the Ninja. I use a Samsung SSD and I keep it in an Uno travel card thing. It works for me. Next up, I'll be attaching the DJI Mic 2 receiver. That gets attached to a little hot shoe adapter or cold shoe adapter on the side of the cage, also using the cable and a ton of lavs for the interview setup. One thing to mention when the camera is set up like this is that the cold shoe adapter and the mic can block the internal ND button, which is a bit of a pain, but it's something that I work around pretty easily. Now it's just a case of getting it all checked out, making sure that it's all working and talking together. At that point I'd powered everything up and I was getting ready to attach the filter that I use. So the filter I use for this particular client is the Short Stash mist and polarizing filter, just because there's a ton of mirrors and I want to reduce the amount of reflection and stuff in the windows as well. Little tip for removing these as well: if you've got gardening gloves, get some gardening gloves or construction gloves and they'll help you remove filters if they get stuck on there. That should be everything set up and ready to go. Alright, this is my interview setup. Got the C70, you've got the Rode NTG and the DJI mics there. This is the shot we're going to be getting. Jess is very kindly sitting in for us. Say hi, Jess. Perfect, that's Jess. Over here we've got a big light with a massive 67-inch umbrella. That's acting as a giant window light and it makes it really soft and flattering for everyone. And then over here, lighting this background bit, we've got just the other light with the little glow diffuser on it. And that is pretty much everything. It's for that interview setup. That was another great shoot with Chilli Pilates. Got a load of video shot and a load of photo shot as well. I'm now just packing everything away. First thing I'm going to do is let these lights cool down because they've been running for about 3 hours and they are very, very hot. You can feel the heat coming off of them just there. But yeah, now I've just got to pack all this away, break the camera down, and we should be good to go. So yeah, I know I didn't get much behind the scenes stuff here, but I hope you found whatever I've captured helpful to you in some manner.